Yo, what's going on, everybody? We got ourselves a loot video today. We have 5,000 rune dragons, a little over 5,000 actually, 5,200 and some change killed over the last few weeks. I am currently hunting for a full Ketsi outfit. It is a rare drop from the elite variant that comes from the rune dragons, and it is one of the rarest outfits in the game. And as a rare item collector, this is something that is right up my alley. I'm currently at 17,000 and some change for the total rune dragon kills, and I've been doing this easily AFKing on my phone, on my computer, actively killing it. And I actually figured out a pretty decent method that I'm going to share with you guys today on how I was able to farm out about 409 kills per hour while on task, or about 370 off task. We're going to go over how to get there, what you need, and also just a general walkthrough of what I've been doing for my kills. And if you like it, thank you so much for popping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, like, all that fun jazz, and comment down below what you're grinding and what you're working for right now. First, before you can even start killing these bad boys, there are a couple requirements and recommendations that I have for you. First, for the requirements, you're going to have to complete the Fate of the Gods quest to access the World Gate, and the World Awakes quest as well to have some added bonuses as well. Hard requirement on my end that I really recommend you have is the Death Note relic from Archaeology to be able to automatically note all the bones that are dropped, and an upgraded bone crusher from Dungeoneering so that those bones will not only be automatically picked up, they will also be automatically noted, making the method a lot easier to deal with. Spring Cleaner, Dwarven Siege Cannon, tier 90 plus ranged armor and weaponry is really good. And you can also get a Ketsi ring from the dragons themselves, adding a 4% damage boost. Highly recommended. And I'm going to go into my gear in a moment. But contrary to popular belief, rune dragons are not actually a slayer monster that requires a slayer requirement. They are a quest mob that is assignable for slayer. They require one slayer to attack, and they can be assigned by the Raptor, Morvran, and Lana Ikea. Neat trick for these, you can actually get a rune dragon task and have it assigned to you, but it'll only be in 75. That's the max amount that you can get. If you get a basic dragons task, you're going to be able to get 150 dragons, doubling the amount of rune dragons you kill on task, because a dragon will just be like any dragon you can kill, and you can choose to kill the rune dragons for that. And this is a great way to go for extended slayer tasks and also be able to make sure to maximize your chances at getting an elite variant spawn. The elite variants for the rune dragons have a unique drop table, usually just a little bit higher quantities of the normal drop table, but they also have an increased chance of getting some of the rare collection log items, steadfast boot tips, the Glaven boot tips, and the Ragefire boot tips. Plus, they have the biggest rare item and the thing that I'm looking for, which is the Ketsi armor piece scroll. These are a requirement for the otherworldly slayer task that is Slayer Task Collection Log, which I've already finished, but I am trying to get the full Ketsi outfit, which requires 5 of these scrolls. One Ketsi scroll piece is usually 1 in 5,000, 1 in 5 or 1 in 7.5 thousand for the drop chance on that one, and I am currently sitting at 3 with a little bit of a spoon under my belt. But we are still going to be hunting through, and that is why I primarily started killing rune dragons. And I wasn't planning to make a video on this, but I was surprised at how much money I was making just by killing these bad boys, and I hadn't really killed them that much. This is something I do perfectly on the side, either when I'm on the phone, while I'm just watching a movie or something. It is movie verified, it is alternate game AFK verified, played like ranked games of League of Legends while I was doing this, and it was extremely chill. And then the method when I'm actively killing it, which is pretty fun, and I'm going to go into that right now. And this is my equipment. I'm using full masterwork range with a bow of the Last Guardian, and Essence of Finality with a decimation bow in there, primarily for the AoE effect that it provides. I have a Igneous Calzuck cape for the increased damage to Deadshot and 2 hits, and then for the overall inventory, it has a large amount of items: Overload Salves, Cannon, Dwarven Siege Cannon, Blessed Flask, Incense Sticks, the Caustic Incense Sticks, so that I have the increased chance of getting the elite variants. And then we also have Meteorite Cannonballs for the cannon damage as well. We have a Slayer task, we have a Slayer Master Cape so that we can pick our task, and then those are the majority of the main items in here, including the Spring Cleaner to break down all of the huge salvage that we get. We use Penance Powders and the Vampirism aspect for Prayer Sustain and Health Sustain, and from there, it's pretty much just setting up the Revolution bar, which is Imbued Shadows, Death Swiftness, Gale Force, Greater Ricochet, Dead Shot, Rapid Fire, Quick Shot, Snipe, Tuska's Wrath, Sacrifice, Snapshot, Bombardment, Basic Attack, then the Dragon Slayer Codex. All of these abilities will be procced automatically, except the Dragon Slayer Codex, which must be activated manually, which is good. You actually want to time to make sure you have that activated when the Elite version, or when you have a large amount of dragons attacking you, so that you have the most damage for your AoEs. This is what I found worked best for me, but you can mix this around for whatever you feel like doing for yourself. I do recommend making sure that you do get full Adren for Death Swiftness and Dead Shot when they're available. Alright, we got our Dragon's task right now, and we're going to go ahead and get prepped up at the Rune Dragons over at the Ketsi Stone. I like doing these inside the World Gate area. Main reason why is because there's more spawns of this. You can't do this in your player-owned dungeon, but you only are locked to 5. And I think doing it here inside of the World's Gate area is a lot better. You can use the quest cape to teleport straight to the World Gate, or go to Eagle's Peak and run south. Make sure your World Gate is set to Ketsi, and then you can head straight in. Once inside, you're going to head to the southernmost statue. So you're going to run towards the back once you've popped all of your buffs: Incense Stick, Penance Powder, Vampirism Aspect, Overload Reservation Potion set up. Make sure you got your prayers set up. Make sure your Wen book is on. All of your buffs and damage boosting affinities are applied to you, and you are now good to go. Head to that southernmost statue, and right here, you are going to set up on the eastern side of it. You're going to stand on the eastern side of the square, make 2 steps forward. In this clip here, I made a mistake and only stepped once, but you're going to take 2 steps to the right. Main reason why is because this statue is going to act as your guardian wall, okay? So what you're going to do is turn the cannon on. It's going to hit everything in the northern, eastern, and southern area, keeping that southwestern and western flank of the statue safe, and you can use it to kind of corral the dragons around. Now, if you're doing this AFK, this is pretty much it. You'll have about like 3 or 4 dragons attacking you at most at one time. There is an occasional moment where you may end up dragging a bunch of dragons from the western section, because Greater Ricochet is pulling in a bunch of them, and then your auto-retaliated character is going to keep attacking them back. But if that happens, that's okay. You should be paying a little bit of attention in case this happens. And then you just end up moving back to that statue, resetting everybody, and then you're good to go. For me, I like doing this semi-AFK, watching YouTube, doing something on the side. It's pretty chill, and it's very, very easy. For me, the biggest part that I'm looking for here is how many can I pull at a time if I'm trying to be more active and get through this task relatively quickly. The main things you're really looking for is Dead Shot, and when you have Decimation available. Main reason why you want those things available is because when you use the Decimation bow that is inside of your EOF and allow all of those single target abilities to hit an AoE spec, when you use Dead Shot with Decimation, what happens is if you have your Slayer Lodge all the way upgraded in the Fort Frentry and you use an ultimate ability on anything on a Slayer task, there is a chance to instantly kill the mob. Just like right here, if I'm getting ready to instantly kill this mob, I'm just going to use Dead Shot, have the chance to kill it, and he just gets dropped. If you're using Decimation and you're using Dead Shot, what happens is that applies to every single mob that is being hit by Dead Shot. So you could possibly kill 2 dragons in one go, and it's an insane amount of damage, and it just quickens this task tremendously. Another thing is too, with using Dead Shot and Soul Split and Vampirism, what happens is when you use Decimation, you're healing a lot, because the way Soul Split works is that every single hit that you do, you get a little bit of healing from that big hit. So if you're like 50k, like 5k health, and then you use Dead Shot with Decimation or Rapid Fire, you're going to be healing so much, because every single hit on every single piece of the mobs around you is going to hit them. It's a great way to get some sustain, and this is why you don't really need to bring much food if you're using this method, and I found it just so much fun to nuke these dudes. And that's overall the whole method. You go around the room, pull a little bit more mobs, Decimation, Death Swiftness, Dead Shot, and you just cycle and repeat. It's a ton of fun. It's really easy to do, and I actually had a lot of fun doing this. And I actively come here because I just feel like killing some stuff, and I'm looking for that nice little Ketsi rope piece. Now, I did kill 5,000 of these dragons and did not get lucky on a Ketsi rope piece. I'm currently sitting at 3 pieces out of the 5, and according to a lot of other people that have done this grind, I'm either on rate or I'm spooned. I am kind of spooned because I got 3 pieces within 11,000 kills, and I'm almost double that KC now with no scroll piece. So I'm expecting to go at least like maybe 30k rune dragons until I'm able to get the KFC roll piece, and I'm not going to be selling any of my loot until I end up getting the full set, because I want to see how much we end up getting. But that is the overall method. This is just pretty much how I come here and do it. You could use substitutes. You could end up using, instead of using Bow of the Last Guardian, Searing God Bow. Again, there are alternatives to this. You can mix and match however you need to. But if you're not able to sustain yourself as best you can, you might have to just AFK these until you have better equipment and are able to farm these out. I highly recommend it. I think it's one of the best Slayer XP tasks in the game as well, because it is pretty quick, has really good sustainable cash. I got a lot of money just from doing this one task. In total, doing this AFK, semi-AFK, took me about 20 minutes to kill 150 dragons, which is incredibly fast in my opinion, because the wiki recommends you're going to get 200 kills in 1 hour using the guide that's on there. And I was like, this is like terribly outdated. So I just wanted to see what that looks like and wanted to share with you guys what that would look like as well. I really enjoy doing these types of grinds. Super chill, mad easy, and who doesn't love killing dragons, dude? It's RuneScape. Who doesn't like killing dragons? Alright, this is the total loot from 5,354 dragons. I used rune metrics to track all my drops on the bottom left here, and the only thing I did not have on hand because I accidentally alked them and I forgot about it because I wasn't planning to make a video for it was the Onyx Bolts, which was about 25 million worth of Onyx Bolts. We got 3,000 Black Dragon Hide, 14 Ragefire Glands, 8 Steadfast Scales, and 5 Glaven Wingtips. And now we also ended up with 5,500 green charms, 10k blue charms, and 9,800 of the crimson charms. These reinforced dragon bones cost 39k each, and with 5,350 of them, it comes up for a grand total of 211 mil, totaling our grand loot 276 mil. That's all I got today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and best of luck on your dragon hunt.